And welcome back, everybody. This is Thorm, the Game Design Lexicon. We are playing Project Space Station for the Commodore 64. Getting this solar panel over. Is this a radiator? Oh, yeah, it's a solar panel, right? Or no, this is a radiator panel. Unfortunately, I don't have any really good place to put it, so I'm having to put it stacked up at the top there, as you see, which is kind of a pain in the butt because it blocks my path up there if I ever need to use it, but I'm not too worried. A little bit of rotation, drop, and regrab. Always regrab your solar. You should really regrab anything when you rotate it, you know? And we want to be really careful because this might snap. There we go. And we should have all our extra power. Hopefully they're satisfied with that, because I don't know what I can do otherwise. I might have to buy another crew module to put on it. If I did have another crew module, I could start another research project, which would be nice. Should be nice, but that's going to have to wait for more budget, definitely. So, I guess the next question is am I going to continue this series next week? If I don't, I'm not really sure what I'm going to switch over to. Okay. I mean, not that I don't have a billion Commodore 64 games that I can choose from, but okay. Everything is stowed away. Let's get out of here. Okay, now let's double check our launch scheduling. We should have just one guy with Pam on it, so nothing really worthwhile to launch there. Also, what's our budget looking like? Oh yeah, we're out of budget. We're going to have to start taking that stuff out of R&D and putting it into other stuff. Oh, God damn it. I didn't want to do that. Continue mission. R&D. Research is continuing. Research is causing station to overheat. Each power module needs a radiator module. No, I know that. There's now a new radiator module. Okay. A key scientist needed for our research to continue. Check project description for who is needed. Now, here's where my game normally flubs. I have no idea who the hell they're talking about. So, looks like they need a satellite in gynosynchronous orbit. So, let's do that. EVA. Bring out new pod. And I'm probably going to go ahead and probably going to end up ending my game, because here's where I am. I'm at the same place, and the idea was to at least get past that, because I never was able to make it past it as a kid when I was playing this, you know, in the 80s. And I'm now at that same point. So, oh, there we go. Fire Pam. So, return pod to storage. Exit from EVA. So, they now have the new power requirements. Semiconductors. No. Turn to review. Start cancel view. More. Bonk. So, research techniques for producing improved semiconductor material that consumes less power, is more reliable, and is lower in cost. This project will center around refining techniques for growing semiconductor crystals. Superior material for semiconductors would improve the performance of microelectronic chips. So suggested staff and equipment: materials scientist, computer specialist, chemist, and mat res packs. And right now I have all of that stuff. So I don't know what to do. So what they're going to do now is they're going to continue to complain that they don't have the right person, and then they're going to continue to eat through mat res packs. And they haven't earned me a single dollar. They haven't earned me a single dollar. So yeah, I think I may end up just ending this. It was fun again to revisit it, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get any further than I was last time. And the problem is one of the biggest problems is it doesn't give you any clue. So semiconductors. One of the mat-res packs is faulty. That's not what I want. Okay. Let's pause it here, and let's see if we can find any information on this station. A key scientist. Okay. Commodore. No, a key scientist is needed for our research. No. Huh. It's pretty funny. You search for this, and it doesn't give you anything about the game. Everything that it gives you is like real NASA stuff. Okay, so let's pull up Lemon 64. Most of this is just going to give us information on the game itself. It's probably not going to tell us how to get past this. What site is this? Strange. Okay, so oh man, I remember EOS. That was another one like this. Similar to it anyway. Orbital Earth Station. Yeah, so without actually just like randomly pulling and pushing people to the space station, I'm not going to know. I'm not going to know who to put up there to resolve this issue. So I'm thinking I may just leave it at that, which is kind of where I left it when I was a kid. It's kind of going to suck, but what else do I have to do, really? Let's save. Okay. Project Space Station, so that's number 6. And then exit R&D, go to plan, crew selection. See, I mean, Earth's metasphere. Weather and climate. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to sit here and have to read through everybody's description. Well, suck. I think I may go ahead and just end it. I don't know if I want to deal with the frustration of it. And it's not like there's a lot of information on it. It would really be good to sit down and, like, suss through all of it. But, I mean, I don't know if I have the patience for it at this point. And of course, sitting there in crew selection, my planning budget goes down, which now it's like dead. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it quits on it. So 2 days, second try, I got further than I got on the first one, but not by much. Yeah, looks like we're not going to be able to continue. Let's see. Which it sucks. It really sucks. It would be an interesting game otherwise. But apparently the problem that I'm having is not like I guess it's just a deal breaker for most people because there's almost no information out there on how to resolve this issue. Nobody who actually sat down and made walkthroughs for it. Like you go to Project Space Station on GameFAQs, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. It would be good to kind of experiment around with, but I don't know if I want to, I'm almost done with the stream for the day anyway. And I don't know if I really want to sit around and fidget with it at the moment. I don't know if I have the patience for it. Let's see. Interesting. Okay, yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it quits there. Let's see. Donk. And it's a little early to end, but, what are you going to do? This is Thorm with the Game Design Lexicon. We've been playing Project Space Station for the Commodore 64. I think we're probably going to give up on it, and next week we will continue with a new selection. I'm not really sure what I have to choose from. I'm thinking maybe Deathlord, which might be a good one. Deathlord is a Asian-esque Ultima-type game. Didn't get a lot of big press there, and that's probably going to be... It's either that or the Shard of Springs or the Wizard's Crown series. So all RPGs, possibly, maybe I should know Neuromancer's DOS. I have to have Neuromancer for the Commodore 64. I don't know why it's not in here. Anyway, this is Thorm with Game Design Lexicon. We've been playing Project Space Station for the Commodore 64, which we're going to go ahead and call it quits on. Next week we will be beginning a new game, which I will decide over the weekend. If you like our content, make sure you give us a follow down below on Twitch, where I do stream currently Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, noon p.m. to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Wednesdays will be Minds of Titan is the one we're going to be doing, Mars Saga for the Commodore 64, except we will be doing the DOS version, which is called Minds of Titan. And then Thursday, we're still doing Evolution, World of Sacred Device for the Sega Dreamcast. And our Friday is now up in the air. We will be changing that game before next Wednesday hits. Certainly before next Friday, obviously. If you can't catch us live and you'd want to watch our stuff, hit us up over on YouTube, where we do air this content usually about a week after the fact. You can hit the subscribe and the alert button to know we're coming out with new videos. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful rest of your weekend. I certainly want to thank Talion Dath for joining us, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Friday, wonderful rest of your weekend. I will check you next week.